Stop saying sorry for being alive. You say sorry too much. Sorry for texting twice. Sorry for having a need. Sorry for taking up a seat at the table, a minute of someone's time, a little bit of space in this world. Today, we stop that. Hi, I'm Esther. I record this podcast from Switzerland, and I'm here to say the things that need to be said straight from the heart. No filters, no perfect words, just truth. And today's truth is this: you were never in anyone's way. Let's talk about it. Think about the last time you said sorry. Not sorry because you hurt someone. Sorry because you existed a little too loudly. Sorry because you asked a question. Sorry because you needed something and you didn't want to be a burden. That word, sorry, it slips out before you even think about it. It's automatic now. It's a reflex. And reflexes come from somewhere. Maybe somewhere along the way, someone made you feel like too much, too emotional, too sensitive, too loud, too needy, too honest. Maybe you learned, without anyone even saying it out loud, that being smaller made people more comfortable, that shrinking made you easier to love. But here's what I want you to hear today. You were never too much. You were just too much for people who were too little to hold you. Write this down if you need to hear it again. You were never too much. You were just too much for people who were too little to hold you. Let's talk about the cost of shrinking. Here's what I need to tell you about apologizing for your existence. It doesn't just cost you a word, it costs you your voice. Every time you say sorry for something that isn't wrong, you teach your mind a lesson. And the lesson is this: you don't belong here, not fully, not loudly, not as you are. And slowly, that lesson becomes a belief. And that belief becomes a life. A life where you check yourself before you speak, where you soften every opinion, where you make yourself smaller in rooms, in relationships, in your own dreams, just so nobody feels uncomfortable around you. I've been there. I know what it feels like to swallow your own voice, to keep the peace. But peace that costs you yourself is not peace. It's a slow disappearing act. And I don't want you disappearing anymore. Now, let's be clear about what taking up space really means, because I don't want you to misunderstand me. Taking up space is not about being loud for the sake of being loud. It's not about stepping on other people to be seen. Taking up space means this: you stop editing yourself down to fit into a room that was too small for you in the first place. It means you say what you mean without wrapping it in 10 apologies first. It means you ask for what you need clearly without a guilt tax attached to it. It means your feelings don't need a disclaimer before they're allowed to exist. You don't need to justify your rest. You don't need to explain your boundaries 5 times before they are respected. You don't need to make your pain small enough for other people to be comfortable with it. You are allowed to exist without a permission slip. Say that with me, even just in your head right now. I am allowed to be here. Not the polished version of you, not the convenient version, the real one. So, what can you do? I want to give you something you can actually use right now, today. The next time you feel that sorry building up in your chest before it leaves your mouth, pause. Just for 1 second and ask yourself, did I actually do something wrong? Or am I just existing and someone else is uncomfortable with that? If the answer is the second one, don't say sorry. Say the sentence without it. Instead of sorry, can I ask you something? You just ask. Instead of sorry, I know this is a lot. Just share it. Instead of sorry for being so sensitive, just feel it. It will feel strange at first, maybe even a little scary. That's normal. You're breaking a pattern that's been running for years, maybe your whole life. But every time you do it, you take back a small piece of yourself. And those small pieces, over time, they build into something bigger. They build into a woman, into a man who no longer shrinks. So here's what I want to leave you with today. You don't owe the world an apology for your existence, not for your voice, not for your needs, not for the space your story takes up in this world. You were not born to make yourself small so other people could feel bigger. You were born to take up exactly the space you were always meant to take. So today, be a little louder, be a little more honest. Say the thing without the sorry in front of it. You are allowed to be here, fully, loudly, without shrinking. And if this episode touched something in you, if you felt this in your chest while you were listening, I want you to know something. You don't have to sit with this alone. I offer free coaching sessions, one-on-one with me, where we talk about exactly this, about your voice, your story, the space you've been afraid to take up. It's a real conversation, just you and me, no pressure, no sales pitch, just space held for you. You can find the link to book your free session in the show notes below. Until next time, take up your space. You've earned it just by being here. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you next Thursday.